Well, hello, my paranormal peeps, and welcome back to another Deep Woods Paranormal Podcast. My name is Matt Harvey. I am the lead investigator and founder of Deep Woods Paranormal, along with my wife Amanda. We investigate everything from ghosts to Bigfoot to UFOs to hauntings to demons to crypto creatures, you name it. If it's paranormal, we investigate it. So, that said, a little bit more about me. I've been researching the paranormal for close to over 30 years now, and Amanda's about the same. Growing up, we had different, things happen to us that we couldn't explain, and that's pretty much what got us into the paranormal, mainly ghosts. It wasn't until I saw Bigfoot that I actually started doing Bigfoot research and really believing in that. I was a non-believer at that point in time. But I'll tell you what, once you see one, physically see one where you can say it couldn't be anything else but, it changes your life. It's completely different. So, anyways. Okay, so before I get into the Bigfoot stuff, what I'm going to do is actually just recap this week because we had an amazing week. We had a lot of people on, a couple psychic mediums, Bo, who's a director, which was awesome. And then LJ, another Bigfoot witness and researcher. He's experienced probably as much as I have in a shorter amount of time, which is cool. And so you guys can go back and listen to those podcasts. If you want to watch them on YouTube with us, you can do that as well. But I just wanted to go back and talk about that and remind you guys that those are there. Again, we really appreciate your support. When you like and subscribe and share these podcasts with your friends and families on social media and stuff like that, it really helps us to continue to do the podcasts and stuff like that. So, let's get into the Bigfoot stuff, which is the one I know everybody's waiting for. All right, so we just went back to Bastrop. We've been there. At least I've been there 3 times. I think Amanda's been with me a couple times. Bear with me, it's hot in here. I'm sweating. But we've been there a couple times. The last time I was there, bear with me, my hat doesn't want to level out. The last time I was there, I saw 2 silhouettes, black silhouettes. And I've talked about this on my podcast before, but essentially, I gave chase, followed them down to what looked like a doorway. It literally looked like a doorway with all the vines and everything around it, and the trees were so green and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we've gone into a drought since then. It's been like 3 months of drought, and a lot of the greenage, the vinage, and the trees are not as green as they used to be. So they basically, it looked different. The area around where I was looking for the Bigfoots, possible Bigfoots, I can't say they were Bigfoots. I was trying to figure out where I'd seen them, and I've been wanting to go research the area I saw them go through for a long period of time, probably about 6 months here, and I just haven't had the time, or I haven't had somebody go with me down to there. That's not a place I would probably carry, but if I was alone, I might have to, because I just don't know what would happen if one of them grabbed me or multiple grabbed me or whatever. More than likely, hopefully they would just grab me and push me and do whatever, not severely hurt me. More than likely, they wouldn't if I'd gone through that doorway area, but I actually just released a video. It's coming out here today at 6 of that adventure. We were down there working with another producer and kind of starting to put together a Bigfoot documentary. So I don't know how long it's going to take us to finish that, but we're going to be going to multiple Bigfoot locations, interviewing multiple Bigfoot witnesses, and trying to document anything Bigfoot-wise that we can, and we'll present that to you guys in that documentary. So, Bastrop was a good trip. I went down there. I found some footprints. And as I got past those footprints, all of a sudden, well, actually what happened first was I thought I saw something. And I stood there and watched it, and I'm like, okay, it's really, there's a lot of trees. There's still some vines. It's not very green anymore. The vines are pretty bare. They're just basically the arms of the vines that are sticking out now. So you can kind of see through them a little bit better. Actually, a lot better. And I was watching them, and I was walking, and I just saw movement, which is what I saw the first time I was there. Every time I've been to Bastrop, the only way I've seen anything is through movement. So I saw movement, and I looked over, and above me, about 30, 40 feet above me, because the trail's kind of flat, and then it kind of slopes up, and then there's the road that's up there. And I know you guys are saying, well, Bigfoots aren't normally around people. I don't know. I think they might be closer than what people think. Because this is an area where people don't go a lot. The other side of the river is secluded, very secluded. Yes, people go up and down the river on boats and stuff like that, but it's so thick on the other side, it's really hard to see. But getting back to what I saw. So I'm looking up into the tree line above me at about a 45-degree angle is how the slope kind of went. It wasn't like vertical. It wasn't like slow and gradual. It was probably about a 45-degree angle. So as I'm looking at it, I saw something black. And in the forest, I mean, that could be anything. It could be a tree stump. It could be a burnt-out tree. It could be, who knows? It could be almost anything. What I was curious to see was, would it move? And as I was standing there watching it, I reached down to grab my phone because my GoPro decided to conk out on me. And I went to record it. And as I turned the camera up to look at it, it moved backwards. It just like backed through out and away from where it was. It was kind of sitting next to a tree, and then it just kind of backed out, and all I could see was a head. I just saw a big brown furry head, and I saw it move back, and I didn't see the body, but it moved back away from me into the brush, probably 3 or 4 feet, so I couldn't see it anymore. And so I continued on, and as I kept walking down, I found what I think is a footprint. I was size 13 wide, and this thing was the regular part of the foot without the toes was the same size as my foot, and then the toes were another inch or two longer. And I got some video of it, so if you want to see the Bastrop investigation, you can go through and watch it. Had a lot of strange things happen as I was walking down to the end to see what was there, just to explore and find out, where does this lead to. But I spent a little bit of time down there, just kind of walking down after I did my interviews with the producer, and I had a few things happen. Amanda, unfortunately, wasn't feeling good. She had to walk back to the car, but she was sitting in the car with her phone up, just kind of watching anything that was going on, and if anything had come through out of the forest as I was walking it, either in or out, she would have tried to document it. There were a lot of people there, so I think they probably just ducked behind some trees or whatever. But what was interesting is the more I walked down the way after I found the footprints, I started hearing tree knocks coming from the other side of the river across the way. And I don't know if they came out on camera or not, but they were pretty dang loud. And it was like, okay, they're warning, each other that, hey, somebody's coming. Or maybe they wanted to see if I was another Bigfoot. I was wearing kind of light colored clothes, so I don't think they thought I was a Bigfoot. If I was in camo, they might have maybe thought that maybe I was something else. But anyways, I digress. I digress, excuse me. So the more I walked down, I got to the end and I found an old structure. It was really cool. It looked like it had been an old cabin or something that was up on top of a bluff there and had been just washed down in some kind of flood. and there was just wood, and there was an old refrigerator and stuff like that. I don't want to get into too much detail. But, so I decided to walk back, and as I'm walking back, I hear tree branches being snapped as I'm walking back, and I'm looking around. I'm going, okay, did that come from that side of the river or that side of the river? And because I was walking right next to it, the Colorado River, and so as I walked, it just kept happening. So finally, I kept documenting. I'm like, okay, I had my camera recording the whole time, and I'm like, dang, what the heck is going on? They were just kind of like, I don't know if they were trying to scare me out of there or usher me out of there. I've been ushered out before. And if you want to listen to that, you can go back and listen to my Black Star Canyon investigation where I had that whole Bigfoot encounter, and then basically I walked right past one, and it chased me pretty much without me being able to see it. It chased me down the hill, and so yeah. But this wasn't anything like that. This was more, it seemed kind of playful, to be honest with you. It was just tree snaps and stuff like that. I wish I would have brought some kind of offering for them. I could have left an offering somewhere a little secluded. Unfortunately, I was wearing shorts because I was so hot that day. But I was down there, and I essentially wanted to just see what was at the end, and that's pretty much what I did. May have seen something. I can't say for sure that was a Bigfoot. It's one of those things where I tell everybody, you have to be able to say, I know for sure I saw it. It couldn't be anything else. And I can't do that in this case, unfortunately. This seems to be happening a lot in Bastrop. I keep seeing things that I can't identify, but they're Bigfoot-like shapes. So the jury's still out. I mean, I did see that one that looked like it was wearing a ghillie suit down there. And all right, guys, sorry about that. We got interrupted by a important phone call I had to take. I'm sorry. So anyways, Bastrop went really well. I think it just needs further research. There's another trail that's above where I was that I need to go down as well. That might have been the original trail I went down to see what's down that one too. I've explored that whole area. It's about a 3-mile area. And then somehow I'm going to have to get across the river. I'm going to have to just put some swim trunks on, swim across the river, and then, get redressed and essentially start investigating over there or find a way around the river. I'm sure there's a way over there, and check out the other side as well. So tomorrow, and this is the Friday podcast, the Friday Bigfoot podcast, I'm going to the Sam Houston National Forest. I'm going to be going down there to interview a witness and have him show me where he had his experience. And we're going to leave I think we're going to probably leave some snacks and stuff like that for whatever's there. We're trying to see if we can leave some cookies and other cool stuff and leave a trail cam somewhere up high. I know everybody rolls their eyes when they hear trail cam, but I've had success with it. I've had success with the trail cams. It's the placement. You can't put them 3 feet low. I mean, that's just, anything can see them. You have to put them up at least 12, 15 feet in the air, angled down, because they don't look down. I mean, don't look up. This one's really cool. I just got this one. It's 60 megapixels, and it's like it records 15 seconds worth of video. There's no delay. So as soon as it shoots one video, if there's still movement, it will shoot another one. There's no 1 second delay or whatever. It just goes on to the next video right away, which is cool. So if something kind of comes into the picture and stops and hovers around for a while and then cruises back through, we'll catch it. So anyways, we're going to try and leave that up for about a week, I think, and see if we can get anything. And then I'm working on going back to that cemetery. I've got to figure out who I need to contact. I need to contact the city and see who I need to talk to about doing an overnight investigation there maybe, and seeing if we get any kind of results. I don't know. I need to find out who owns the land behind the cemetery, because that seems to be where the activity is. And maybe they have stories if we can find out who owns the property. But anyway, so lots of stuff going on. Amanda and I are going out almost every Saturday now and doing Bigfoot research. We're meeting with other researchers, and we're documenting what they're experiencing. We're trying to go out with other groups. And anybody, Bigfoot enthusiasts, anybody that witnesses, we're trying to meet with witnesses and stuff like that. So lots of stuff going on. The tours at the jail, I'm working on setting those up for, I think, end of October, not Halloween night, but end of October, and then maybe into November. So there'll be like 2 or 3 days in October where we can do an investigation, a public investigation, where you guys can come out with us and use some of the gear that we use and do an EVP session with us and use the spirit box to see if we can communicate with anything and go from there. So that's coming too. There's a lot of stuff going on. Of course, you see the Deep Woods Productions behind me. That is our new company. We are now a production company. So we're trying to step it up. We're trying to work with other people to do better videos and stuff like that. So if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel or TikTok channel, it's Deep Woods Paranormal. And we really appreciate your support. If you guys have any questions for us, whether it's Bigfoot related, UFO related, ghost related, whatever, please feel free, if you're on a YouTube channel, to comment down below. If you want to contact us directly, go to our website. It's deepwoodsparanormal.com. There's the second page in, I believe, is a contact us. You can put information in there, and it's all private. Nobody else sees it but us. It basically sends us an email, and you can put your question in there, and you don't have to put any names or anything. If you want to remain anonymous, or if you're a witness, you can put information in there and send it to us. Again, it's anonymous, and we can kind of talk to you further as long as you leave a way for us to get a hold of you. But if you guys would, please like and share and subscribe to this channel. We're a growing channel. We're growing like crazy right now. We're starting to get better and better videos out, I believe, and it's just going to continue to get better from here as we continue to work with people, and I continue to learn how to edit and stuff like that. We'll be continuing to get better and better content. All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. You guys have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next one.